name is Kayali. I'm originally from Lebanon, but I've been living in Greece for most of my life, so I'm practically Greek and Canadian as well. Um, and I am a trainer in sustainable tourism. I help small businesses here train to become more green and overcome the challenges because a lot of hotels don't know about that. We've also founded a site called ECO-Tourism Greece about 10 years ago, before sustainability became a fashion, so that we can encourage people to see the more eco side of the country, because everybody knows Greece for its islands and for its parties and beaches, but it's so much more than that. So this is my field basically. So our company has ECO-Tourism Greece. It does sustainable tourism consulting, and it helps hotels find the right solutions or technologies that are needed to become greener. It's very much matching to what we're doing, and because the people who deal in sustainable tourism here are not too many, we received a direct email from Dr. Papas's office, who was he had sent an email to people who are in the field, and he invited us to participate in it and said that, you have, if you feel that this is something for you, you can participate. So me and my colleague in our office, my right-hand colleague, Brigitte, also participated in the ECO-TANDEM. We were in two different groups. We got so many different things out of it. And that's how it happened. And we were given the choice whether we wanted the learning module or the training module, and we opted for both. We didn't know what to really expect. It was honestly the first time that we had used the Moodle platform. And it was a pleasant surprise to us because the platform was quite interactive and easy to understand. And, today people don't always have enough time. So the thing is that you can stop it, continue it. If you missed the video, you would watch it again, at least with the learning module. The training module was a bit more strict, and it had to be, I think, because we do need discipline if we want to become experts in the field. And for me, and I'm very familiar with the field, but I can say in confidence that I learned a lot from ECO-TANDEM, both learning and training programs, because it's a field that evolves all the time, with climate change, with the way we measure our carbon footprint, with everything. And so there's a lot of gaps that people can fill, even if they think they know the field. We had no clue how it was going to happen, honestly. I mean, we had no idea what was going to happen as far as the group works. And the managers had just announced that there will be a group assignment towards the end, and it was chosen for us. And in fact, in our case, in my case at least, I mean, my colleague Brigitte had a different experience as well, but they also got a very good project, was one of the good ones. We were just kind of thrown together, people from different countries, Georgia, Austria, Italy, Portugal, Greece, and it just, the Netherlands, and it just worked well because there were people with different backgrounds, with different experiences. Somebody was a travel agent, somebody had worked in hotels, somebody's in graphic design, somebody has some marketing ideas. So we started meeting, and in the beginning it wasn't very organized, I should say. But as we got to know each other, the ideas started flowing. We saw each person's strength, and we combined all of them, and voila. It's a very multidisciplinary approach. Different, as I said, different backgrounds, different specialties, and there was that. In fact, it did open. I mean, I can name a few names from other groups where we still email each other. Our project was about, we called it Revillage. We gave it a French sounding name, which is really from Re-Village, because we wanted to take old villages, abandoned villages, especially because one of our team members is in Italy and living in one of these abandoned villages. And I know that in Greece and Portugal, there are also many, and even in Romania, even in Georgia, there are some villages where people have migrated, and they're fantastic places that have unfortunately been neglected. So we wanted to give them life, and we proposed a way in order to come in, identify the strengths of this village, and turn it into an eco-hub, also with bringing in technology and renewable energies, and creating a new tourism product based on local products, on the environment, and on community traditions. basically that's what it was. It's a formula to revive abandoned villages in a sustainable way and not in a mass tourism way. So that's why it has to be turned into something. It has to contribute somehow. It has to revive the old traditions, whether it's old recipes or making or collecting mushrooms or making shoes or whatever it was. So that's our vision was very different from what the government was saying, which is a very superficial solution to a serious pan-European problem. France also suffers from it. So I think we need to address this in a much more deeper way based on the pillars of sustainability. With ECO-TANDEM, absolutely. And with reviving villages, I'd love to work on it personally, and I'd like to see if we can do something in that sense. It could be viable as well. So yes, I'm looking forward to discussing options and seeing how we can collaborate and creating a model that would make Revillage resurface again. In fact, we even registered, in anticipation, we registered the domain name revillage.com.
Nice.
So because, we were hoping that in the future something would happen with it. ECO-TANDEM for me is a vehicle where we can meet like-minded people, exchange views, learn from each other, and build together, because all these people kind of vibrate at the same level. So we all kind of want the same thing in a way to make our countries more sustainable and to make tourism an economic driver with a sustainability component. It is a serious problem. There is a gap between understanding how to become sustainable into translating this into easy steps on the ground. There is a lot of time that has to be invested, and I think it's very important to highlight to these tourism business owners that they will reap the rewards, maybe not right off, but
Exactly.
in fact, in terms of a leaner and a more energy efficient business, you're already saving on costs. And second of all, then this will it will enable you to market your property in a much more, or your travel agency in a much more efficient way, in a much more ecological way, which will appeal to more people, and you will have a better niche market or a growing market of people who want to travel responsibly. And these people tend to have a higher disposable income. So ultimately, they have to be convinced that this is the best for their business. And that's the first key. The second key is, of course, to make it simpler and easier. So there has to be, one of the first rules about sustainability, sustainable tourism, is to have a sustainable tourism management software or system, rather, that can help you. Let me use the word system and not software. That will help you become greener, and it will direct you. That's what every business needs. It's instrumental, of course, because technology goes into everything, whether it's in energy savings, whether it's in energy efficiency, whether it's in controlling your costs and your profits. It is whether you're meeting with people or getting in touch with suppliers. It is instrumental in pushing forward your reducing your carbon footprint, pushing forward your sustainability philosophy. I'm very happy that material is still online for the most part, and that because I'm going back and referring to it. For example, when I have we're writing some articles, we need some research, or we want to suggest something. There was so much that we saw and we understood during these courses that I'm very happy that I can access Moodle again and look at that information. For me, it's like a treasure trove, and that the material is downloadable. Also, of course, there was a social component of meeting so many people, whether in your country or in other countries, because ultimately we understand that other countries in Europe are feeling the same about this move to sustainability. Some need it more than others, some are more ahead than others, and it makes us come closer and feel like one big family.